Well, imagine a community center that pretty much does it all, from wedding receptions to finding healthy foods. We're continuing our conversation about plans for Celebration Hall in Larimer. Joining us now are Reverend John Welch. He's the CEO of Flourishing Communities. Lachelle Bell, the Director of Entrepreneurship for Catapult Greater Pittsburgh. And staying with us from earlier is Joe Butte. He is the president of Food 21. Thank you all for being with us.
Thank you.
Again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so Lachelle, I want to kind of start out with you. Tell us a little bit about Catapult Greater Pittsburgh and your whole focus for this project with Celebration Hall.
Yeah, so Catapult Greater Pittsburgh is a nonprofit in the city of Pittsburgh that focuses on economic empowerment. We really focus on breaking generational poverty amongst the Black and brown communities within the city. And we do that 3 ways. We do home ownership and financial education, advocacy, and in my role, entrepreneurship. And so Celebration Hall is one of these great initiatives that are coming forth that's kind of paired with our culinary entrepreneurship program. So within our program, we have 3 main buckets of entrepreneurship: retailpreneurs, kidpreneurs, and culinary-preneurs. Celebration Hall is a celebration of these culinary entrepreneurs that have worked so hard in their culinary careers, culinary entrepreneurship pursuits, and dreams such as owning a catering business, opening a food truck. And this allows them to really push through within that dream. It's being able, if you think about it, if you're a culinary professional and you have your own business and you're a caterer, and now I can cater for 150 person events, and the community that I am part of, the community that I serve, this is what Celebration Hall is going to do for us. You're going to be paired with Black or brown event professionals. You're going to be paired with event designers, other caterers. It's just going to be an amazing opportunity to see them flourish.
Yeah. So you said flourish. That brings us to you, Reverend Welch. You're with Flourishing Communities. Tell us a little bit about what your piece is here for Celebration Hall.
So our overall mission is to improve the wellness for African Americans in particular, and we're looking at food, or looking at the pharmacological benefits of food, or food RX for the most part.
Okay. And so what is that going to involve in terms of, we have space there, or will you just kind of provide services?
So the other half of Celebration Hall will be a demonstration kitchen, and so we're going to be using that with our chefs and our nutritionists to show people how to make healthy foods that will have better health benefits for them.
Yeah. So, you know, Joe, when we were talking earlier and what Food 21 does, and everyone has this food element, is that part of what, you know, you guys were all looking for in terms of finding compatible partners for all of this to kind of work together?
Absolutely. When we started out and we were getting the input from the community about what they wanted there, the question was, who's going to run it? And one of the things that we were dedicated to was making sure that the people that were running it were from the community as well. And we've had a long-standing partnership with Catapult Greater Pittsburgh. Tammy Thompson, the president of the organization, is on our board as a director. And we've been supporting Lachelle and her program basically for the culinary side. And then we've also been working with John, and first starting with 6 Mount Zion Baptist and then going on to Flourishing Communities to set that up and begin to address this whole focus of the intersection between health, wellness, and food. Inviting them both in to be partners at the hall was just the best solution we could have possibly come up with. And as things go, you know, we didn't even know that that was a possibility 2 years ago. We were hoping that we'd have those kinds of resources, but they came as we went along.
Yeah. So, you know, Reverend Welch, you talk about food RX, like using food, I guess, medically in a sense.
Right.
What is happening, I guess, in the community where that's not happening, where we're not using food for the benefits?
So in our neighborhoods, there really hasn't been much access to high quality foods apart from farmers markets, and sometimes they're inaccessible for people in our communities. And so one of the driving factors for us in looking at using food was the data that came out of University of Pittsburgh School of Public Health, and that particularly was looking at the average life expectancy of the various neighborhoods within the city of Pittsburgh, with Highland Park having the average life expectancy of 85 years of age, and Larimer is 63. And so there are a lot of factors that go into that, but a lot of it has to do with poverty, and much of it also has to do with access to high quality foods. And so we want to make sure that, and we want to work in tandem with clinics, because one of the social determinants of health is a community clinic partnership. And so it's one thing to provide access to food, is another thing to make sure that people understand how to prepare it, so they're not cooking the nutrients out of it, and they're not adding things that's going to have a detrimental effect on their health.
Yeah. And so real quickly, Lachelle, the other thing that I think I saw is that this program that you have where you're trying to help people with their culinary skills is growing?
Yes, so we are in our third cohort. We just finished interviews for our third cohort, in December. And this program has grown leaps and bounds. It's probably the program we get the most applicants for. We get over 100 applicants for a program that probably accepts about now 28 to 30 applicants in it. People love food, people love to eat. The benefit of us being in this program or having is we get to eat all this great food all the time, but it is growing leaps and bounds. And it's a great thing. You know, we're having Celebration Hall come together, so that's just more people we can add to this celebration and more businesses we can help create their visions and bring them to life.
Well, thank you all for everything that you are doing with this project. We're going to keep in touch, make sure that we are following it, and see it open for the big grand opening.
We'll keep you posted.
All right.
Definitely.
We'll have some good
Appreciate
food.
All right.
Yeah, good food.
But that's for sure.
That better be. Here you go.
Thank you all again so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you.
All right. Well, coming up, documentary makers right here in Pittsburgh preview their new project, examining reparations for African Americans. Intersections. We'll be right back.